to try this. Because if you were in a car accident in the last year, you could be owed...
Mahila, you got to be centered like Martian Manhunter. You got to be doing a chakra centering the whole time. You cannot lash out. You cannot break your peace of mind and your peace of soul at this time. So you want to be able to turn your head. You know, you want to be able to turn your neck. Those workouts that you did, that lift that you did, all back, upper back, lower back. Centering the legs, keeping the legs stable on the ground as you did those. Stretching out the legs. You know, the Arnold stretch, where he's holding the bar in front of him. Stretching out your hands. Your hands get almost like they're calcified. When you're unscrewing the top of your drink, they freeze. Your hands will freeze. And when the weather changes, it changes in a day. It changes in one day like it's a simulation. It just switches over. You were cold one night, you're hot the next night. And this is night. This is the desert night. It's weather change. It's a program. It's not like the seasons used to be. This is what Jesus talked about. As she was on the ship with Brody and the one who's in the shark cage at the end, rises up and you can't even turn your head because of how your bed is being inundated with witchcraft. It's your upper back and your neck that gets stiff to where you can't even turn it. That's what they talk about in Batman. He wants to be able to turn his head. That's what Morgan Freeman says. He makes a new suit for him. So you got to keep your peace the whole time.
Quiet noise, soft touch, steady motion, no edging. Closer still, closer still. Just flow.
They put Eve at these locations for modeling where no one else is there. They don't show up. They've got all these handbags, all these towels. They've got everything stacked up and ready to hand out, and no one shows up. They don't show up because they're forming the peace of mind that it takes when you're that far in the deal. It becomes a perfect storm when they're in the middle of the eye and everything is calm. You got to be able to master that calm to where you don't get scared thinking, oh, they're focused, Will Smith. You know, they want you to pink like lose your cool already. That was Pink's knee when she says freak out already. That was her only knee. Everything else she does perfectly. The singer Pink. So they'll have Eve on a horse. They'll be thinking, oh, she's with Grox. They want her to be safe with the mentality that everything is as it was before. But you have a talk with the elders the night of 27, the night of 26 into 27 morning. And you say to the elders, you're like, well, there's no Shaggy. There's no Shaggy bringing up the kids. Just like it were for Obama. We have Katy Perry talking about mental illness. And we have De Niro that was on the Black Songs a long time ago. So you've kind of shifted these whiny boys that the little black girls talked about to now you have like a Yellow Wolf and a more Vegas style rap. And you don't have the helping of the kids. So you say this in your talks with them in the car, and you say, look, like, why is it that Eve is being in my harvest? That she's going through this calm of peace, and she's on the horse, and this is a false peace. And they will tell you as you go through that night into the day that this is biblical, that it is the false peace. They do it on an individual basis. And Eve is still getting a paycheck even though she's not under your burdens. She's under your burdens through a different way. Still doing it your way. So they will say you have to balance that with her night approach so that it doesn't clog the heart of the cereal of Joe Pesci. You have to calculate and balance all this. And the 27 counts. They count it. That's Mouse of the Matrix. When Mouse gets killed, it didn't matter how big his guns were. They gave him the biggest guns. He got those Violator Spawn glory to his name. I'm saying the directors put that in there. Whether he was that far in the deal or not, it was symbolism. Either way. And that's at the 27. That's Buford. Don't make them do a Buford for you. Because they will say at 27, you have to send it to Disney even though no one's on the other line. At midnight, you have to send it even though no one's there. If you don't, they'll cut you off. That's how real it is. It counts. Every time it's like you're getting past an obstacle. It's Krishna. Because you'll be thinking, why is it 27 and 27 and 22? You'll be thinking that. And they reimburse you and center you with, okay, it's going to be 53. You don't want that 53 because that's a kill. That's in every single one. That's alls. That's alls of your first fruits. They will say, okay, it's 53. You don't want that 53. It's really 52. You don't want that because that's breakneck. That's breakneck. That's exactly what that is. And they'll say, oh, it'll be due season. It'll be 9/11. Yeah, but you didn't save Rahab. It's a catch. They'll They'll save you. Yeah, they will. They'll save you, and the whole time you're thinking you're going to the future, right? Okay, well, I'm just going to go to the future. Fuck all this, wages of sin that's against me. When they spin a Castillo on you and a whale on you. Where it's ultra gold to where, go to 2038, right? 2038. They'll say, just go to Florida. Like you're just going to do that. And you'll have guys on Gnostic saying, when he comes back to California, or if he makes a face-to-face video, right? So some of you will be thinking, I'm going to live in California. You're going to be thinking yourself will say, yes, we're going to live in California and work out every day and go to the beach. That's what you'll say. And they will give you a peace of mind. It's called the pectus carinatum. It's the atom. The atom. Finish your lotus flower. Finish your lotus flower. They will say, okay, it's going to be 53. Okay, it's at 27, then 27 plus 53. That's breakneck of the Matrix. The Matrix is in the Bible. That's breakneck. That's not redeemed. But you have to send it anyway, even though no one's on the other line.
Everything's smooth. Everything's slow. Feel it. Fade gently. Warm, steady. Warm, steady. Quiet noise. Soft touch. Steady motion. No edges. Closer still. Closer still. Just flow.
So at 26 night, getting ready for 27 morning, you'll feel the hot iron. That'll be your lighter. Your lighter will be the hot iron. That's preparing for the kill of the whale and the Castillo. Paraplegic. Raped. As hard as it gets. That one, as hard as it gets. And yeah, it's Baal Shalisha. It's your deal parameter, but still, it's hard as it gets, man. That's Shaq. And that's the hot iron. Is that when Jesus touches the hot iron before she gets stabbed in the stomach, that's exactly what that is. You'll feel it even just a little bit. It'll be something hot that you touch.
Ooh.